Hello, guys. I just thought I would do another reading today. I'm going to start to sort of get into it a little bit more. I was just reading about the astrology before I started just to see where the next couple of days take us astrology wise. And it was saying that we're sort of reassessing relationships and priorities and things like that. And let me have a look. Boundaries, old versions of ourselves. It feels less about forcing action and more about emotional honesty and releasing what no longer aligns. And literally those two cards that, well, do you know what? Before that, when I was doing my pre-shuffle, the Hanged Man and the Eight of Cups came out. So that's, I'm being very yellow today, aren't I? Yellow. So that sort of said to me, oh, that's quite aligned with what that was saying, because the Hanged Man is like, he's hanging upside down and he's gone in for a different perspective. And then the Eight of Cups is like walking away from something. So it's like you've gone in for a different perspective and then now you're walking away. And to be honest, the two cards that just came out now are the Six of Swords, which is moving on to calmer, like, shores. The crows are leading her to better, times type of thing. So, and then the Five of Wands, and that's all about, so maybe with the wands, it's sort of like it could be like your career, your creativity, your desire, and you're fighting towards something, like you're working towards change, and maybe there's a little bit of conflict. Like the Five of Wands is like a minor conflict, like fighting to, like, these ones here are sort of like going towards their passion, their fire, they're like working towards that. So it's like keeping in mind what I already had out was you went for a different perspective, you walked away for something, and now you're moving on to calmer shores, and you're actually like fighting towards change for something. So yeah, let's see where this energy is going to take you from here. I really started to look into what the numbers are meaning in these cards as well. And I was sort of looking at this, like, because we got the six there. So the Six of Swords is like healing and like adjustment, support, moving on. So that's sort of what that one is saying. And then the fives are like the transformation and the adjustments and those sorts of things. So yeah, I was deep diving into those sorts of things earlier. Okay, so I said, what do we have to look forward to, like, going on from these energies? And then we got the Nine of Pentacles. So I love that for us. So this is the physical world. It is like, it's kind of like the completion. It's kind of like sitting at the, the end of the journey and reflecting and being, content with what she's achieved. She's got her pentacles, which is like her physical realm. It's like her money, her work, her body, her wellness, her health, whatever you might be working on specifically for yourself. And she's, like, enjoying that. Like, she's happy and she's content. She's got, some beautiful birdie in there as well. I don't know what type of bird that is. But yes. All right. Now, I love these oracle cards. So let's pull from here and see what they have to offer for us. While we do that, let's just see what's on the bottom of the deck while I'm shuffling these cards from before. What card was on the bottom? Oh, it's the Temperance. So sitting in a little bit of patience. Oh, this has come out straight away, but it's fallen down. Patience and like the duality there between the two energies. So that might be our overarching energy for the reading, is maybe asking us to sit in that patience. And we'll see what's coming in from there. So prying eyes, we got number 16, which comes down to a 7. Someone has their eyes on you, prying eyes. Oh, I might just read that. Where did I put that book? And see what the meaning of that is. So I haven't had this one before. Someone has their eyes on you. Competition or defensiveness. So the 7 of Wands. So because, we've got 16 and that comes down to a 7, which is like the reflection, faith, spiritual, that sort of stuff. Someone is keeping a close eye on you, whether you have good intentions or bad. Whether they have good intentions or bad. It is not quite clear yet. What is clear is that you're doing something right. Others are taking notice of you, and you will not be able to stay under the radar for much longer. This means opportunities will become more frequent, and you may find yourself contemplating prospects you haven't considered before. This is an excellent card for anyone wishing to be in the public eye, seeking employment, or looking for new love. You have caught the attention of someone who matters. However, shining brighter attracts attention, both good and bad. Be careful of jealousy and rivalry. Every successful person experiences copycats, no matter how high your vibration or how small your platform. Shadows are attractive to the light, the same way a moth is attracted to a flame. Moth has come up 3 times for me today. That's wild. I almost want to Google what that is while you guys are on here. I was listening to a reading today, and the lady was talking about a moth, and she said to everyone, like, what does moth mean to you? Pop it in the comments. And I popped in attracted to the light. So like you're on a spiritual sense, I'm attracted to the light. So that's what it sort of meant to me. And other people put things down as well. So, and then I saw it on a tarot card when I was doing a reading for someone today, and I'm like, there's that moth again. It's popped up again, and now it's in our story here as well. So, and it says attracted to the flame. You may experience more competition or even a straight-on attack. Don't dim your light, but take proper measures to protect yourself. And it says the tarot companion is actually the 7 of Wands, which is all about basically protecting yourself. So that makes a lot of sense. So the positive in that is, though, that, opportunities are coming your way. Excellent if you're in the public eye or you're looking for a job or new love. So that's pretty cool. Just wanted to think about that. Let's see some more on this information. Okay, so we've got time for a change and learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. Okay. The natural world needs you. Fairy of the green world. Time for a change, learn something new, technology. So that card was talking about how someone has their eye on you and, new opportunities. So, and this one's saying it's time for a change. So perhaps the new opportunity that's going to be offered to you is actually something totally different to what you are currently working in now. So it could be something to do with learning, like, because this says learn something new with technology, gadgets with wisdom. So it could be something to do with that, but the natural world needs you. So it's like it's calling you into your actual North Node, because it's like, to me, that says like that's what you're meant to be here for, because it's saying the natural world needs you. So, yeah. Interesting. I feel like it's to do time for a change, learn something new, technology, like it's maybe something to do with the career. So I might just pivot and grab another deck, which I literally just used for that last reading. Here we go. And I popped away because they ended up being career questions. All right, let's go down that avenue. And I mean, it may not be career, it could be still relationship, it could be, you know, the other one had, okay, we got one card come out really quick. Okay, so it says short term, the position is temporary, so don't be too attached to it. No worries, you will find something that's even more fulfilling and prosperous. This position, is temporary. So perhaps what you're doing now is, you might have just started doing something and you feel like, but I've just started a new job and like, I'm not going to go get another one, but maybe this is a segue into what, like meeting those, you know how it says something about meeting the right people, like maybe this is where you're going to meet the person you're meant to meet that's going to pivot your journey and take you in the correct course for what the earth needs you for. What else can we add to that spirit? One more to add to that story. Because it's saying that, like, remember we got the Nine of Pentacles, so that's like your wishes fulfilled, your completion, your wisdom. You've almost integrated your lessons. So maybe you've been on a journey recently of reflecting, walking away from something that no longer serves you, perhaps doing something temporary in the meantime, because what you were doing was, like before this temporary position, was, you know, it was no longer serving your growth. I mean, it could be as simple as that. And then you knew you had to have a change. And then, so you've pivoted, you've gone to something else. But it's like the spirit is saying, that's not it yet. Like, this is not the end. This is just the transitional period where you're going to meet that person. You're going to be inspired. You're going to have it. It's surprising we didn't get like an Ace of Wands or something. I mean, we could if we get back into the tarot, but we just got another card and it says expression. You need work that lets you express your creative self. You could do well at writing, blogging, or a career in communication. Now, that makes sense for the technology card, because you need to know how to use all that sort of stuff to be able to be successful in those types of careers. So, you know, this short-term position could be a stepping stone for you learning about how to use those things, and then you could start something on the side I'm getting excited. Like yes, this is great. That's going to bring just a whole new dimension to your life that you weren't even expecting. Bring in those Nine of Pentacles energy. Right ideas, fruits of labor, have an innovative, sorry, I couldn't even say that properly. New inspiration, test new ideas and break out fast. Take action on your ideas, fruits of labor. It's time to reap the fruits of your labor and become rich. Rich gain is here. So, go down. Okay, it says wrong decision. Reckless behavior can lead to bad consequences. Think before you act. There's a warning to you, okay? Don't just jump in. Think about it. Let's look at this card and the images on it. So it is leading down a path, So where's that path leading you? Is it going to be the right decision? Oh my God, the fruits of labor was on the cut again. And then we got gift. You will discover new talents that will lead you to new opportunities. Use opportunities that arise. I feel like you're going to learn stuff at this place that you're at now. Whatever you're doing in the meantime, the transitional job. And that's going to pivot you into where you need to be. Wrong decision, reckless behavior. You know what? That can lead to bad consequences. Like, don't go into the mindset that you can't do whatever your spark of inspiration is that you're thinking about. That could be as simple as the wrong decision, like not believing in yourself, not having that self-worth. Because the Nine of Pentacles tells me that it's already good to go. You're already on the right path. We'll just get one more to close this up. If it wants to. Love affair. Beware. Love affairs at work rarely, well, I think that's supposed to say end well, but it says end well. Don't lose your mind. This is the wrong decision. Okay. That is a money and money and career deck as well. So funnily enough, nothing to do with the actual career come out. It's those warnings. There's warnings about that situation that you're in now. I think it's the short term one that's actually sometimes where I am right now, I'm like, I just want to be in my boss energy. I don't want any of this business in my life, basically. Because it just distracts you from your goals. That's my opinion at this stage. So, yeah, maybe just stick to bossing up your energy. Gaining all the knowledge you can from those around you in the experience you're having now. And think about how you can use that to your advantage. A solo mission later on that's going to lead you down a different path, down into your Nine of Pentacles. We'll just get one more. And what's your soul trying to mirror to you? What's your soul trying to mirror to you at this stage? Given those energies of the astrology that I was looking up earlier, it is always with the planetary alignments there, different movements bring out different things that basically just teach us lessons, which sometimes is so hard, but I love the lessons. I love, even when I'm at the depths of despair and somewhat hysterical with tears, I'm always so grateful for the opportunity of growth. It's like, bring it on. I think I've said sometimes in some of these readings, sometimes I do say to Spirit, all right, I've had enough, guys. It's too much. It's too much now. Give me some relief. And I'm in that relief mode now. Now, bottom of this deck was security, but what threw out was Priestess. So it sort of gives you like the duality of the energies. So this is ignorant / wise. So with that, this sort of relates back to those two cards for me. Like, what are you going to choose? Are you going to be a priestess and be wise, or are you going to be ignorant and not make the conscious choices that are going to propel you forward into your North Node? Because I feel like that's what the natural world needs you card is saying. So, you know, if you choose the priestess, that's the wise priestess, we're looking at the security and safety as the outcome. But if you choose the ignorant priestess, the unaware, the unconscious, then we're looking at the insecure. That Nine of Pentacles will not come into fruition. Okay, so that's what Spirit's saying to you. Be conscious in your choices. All right, guys, if you got this far, thank you so much for watching. And if you could like the video, that would be amazing. Have a great day.